Guys, welcome back. I am Erica Price here, a student at Bowie State University, and I am interviewing the digital media group, which includes myself and Zabril, and we'll be interviewing Drew. How are you today, Drew?
Doing very well. How are you doing today, Ethan?
Great, you look lovely.
Thank you.
And we have Justin as well. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing all right here.
And of course, my partner is Zabril.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
I'm good.
Good.
So, if you guys could just introduce yourself, and then Zabril will start off asking you our questions.
Okay, my name is Drew Esthew. I am the social media manager for the SPR group. And to talk a little bit about me, I also do social media management for my internship that is kind of aligned with this class. And I really like what I do. It gives me a chance to be creative while also working in a professional aspect. So I enjoy it a lot.
All
You,
right,
Justin?
and I'm Justin Million. I'm a cadet with the ROTC program at Bowie State University. Been in the service for 8 years now. Took up a major in communications with a focus in public relations in order to increase my public relations skills. It seems like something interesting to kind of get into and open up my talents, so to speak, to other areas rather than just military or police.
Okay. So we do have a couple of questions for you guys today. So I'll start off with Drew. The first thing I'm gonna ask today is, what is your project and what is the goal of the project you guys are doing?
So my project is to run the Instagram and Twitter for the BSU SPR group. So it's creating posts that are promoting stuff for Pressa or anything that Professor Daniel would like me to promote. That includes any networking events, any web seminars, anything that we have. She also had us take the screenshot of our class as kind of like the staff. And she had me promote that as well. So when she doesn't assign me to do specific things, she also allows me to create my own posts, which are kind of school oriented. I'll do like job interview tips, I'll do motivational quotes, things like that as fillers for when she tells me she needs something again. So I get to be creative, but I also get a little direction. So
So next question I have is for Justin. Just explain how you guys plan to implement that.
So, with any plan, you want to take it and divide it up into small pieces and work with it in small pieces. It's just like building a wall. You don't start off by laying 10 bricks. You start with the base. You start with one brick at a time, and you lay your foundation, and you build upon that. So we started off with our plan. Our implementation part of that is we're taking a little bit from everyone else and making sure we're promoting them. Drew is promoting them. I have the newsletter, so I have to actually wait until there are some things produced in order to take those and place them on the e-newsletter. So it's really piecing together a puzzle, and the actual overall picture will come together right at the end.
Okay, and the next question I have is for Nico. So what challenges, if any, have you experienced so far during this project?
Definitely one of the main challenges for this project was the communication and just the being able to converse with my group while being online and not having any type of in-person or physical communication. But I will say that Zoom, the text messages in the group me and all that, they definitely help. They definitely help a lot. On a personal note, doing the website, it's been a while since I've used Weebly. I used it a lot when I was a kid, like middle school and stuff. But coming back to it, it was a little unfamiliar. I thought we would use something similar to Prezi instead. But Weebly, since the interface is very simple, simplistic, and user friendly, it was easy for me to get a handle on it from the beginning. But I still have trouble here and there. But nonetheless, like the teamwork and the communication with the group definitely helped like the whole process run a bit smoother.
I could definitely understand your struggles with just trying to communicate and get on the same track with being able to make time with your group. I definitely get that. It's the struggle. Zoom makes it easy, not having to be in person, but still trying to find the time.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
to be there is very important in the struggle. So that moves into my next question. Do you anticipate any challenges going forward?
No, I don't anticipate any challenges really going forward, just as long as everyone like still retains that like feeling of compassion and empathy. I feel like a lot of people feel as though that going to a Zoom meeting is similar to going into like a physical building and doing something, which I am strongly against that. I just found out yesterday that if you use Zoom, you cannot like use phone calls. You can't make any phone calls or receive any phone calls while you're using Zoom on your phone, which is like, I think it's ridiculous. Because if I'm in a physical room and I'm getting an important call, I shouldn't have to log out my Zoom, take the call, and then log back into the Zoom and then have the host wait to let me in.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely the worst thing about Zoom, especially according to academics, is having the host let you in.
Yeah,
If it's a room, I can walk in and walk out as I should please.
that's definitely one that I could understand. If they should update it like how they are on the phones. If you get a phone call, whether you need to take it or not, it should just be able to put Zoom to the side and not
Yeah.
disconnect you from it. That's important as well. I do agree. Okay, so my next question is, what have you learned so far from completing, well, still doing this project? Justin?
What I've learned is really just time management. At this point, we've already have taken our the majority of our PR classes, and we have the knowledge bases necessary to create campaign ads, newsletters, medias, or handle any kind of public relation disasters, emergencies, and therefore and so on. So at this point, it's really just culminating everything and then working out time management, because everything, we have an overall deadline, but that doesn't help with any goal that's a long-term goal over months and months and months. You need to have small incremental goals. So with that, we are given the freedom to set our own goals and pace our own selves. But a challenge for me, I'm gonna kind of segue back into the last question because I just want to add that in. But a challenge is coordinating with everyone along with those deadlines, because while I may want to set my deadline every 2 weeks, I want to complete something, someone might need a little more time to produce something, an interview or a podcast, in order for me to take it and actually do something with it on the e-newsletter.
Definitely agreed. I think a big part of it is being on, because you are on your own time, but you're on everyone else's time too, because you have to produce or promote what they produce. I would say that was a big struggle of it, but yeah, definitely agreed, Justin.
To see in the future for the digital media group to continue its growth?
In the future, I think maybe just because everybody's on their own time, I think, well, we've been blessed to have a group that's very communicative, and we're able to be kind of cohesive in that way. It is a little scrambly sometimes, but for the most part, we are able to kind of do everything in a timely manner, I would say, because we obviously don't know how other groups are going to be. I would say that in the future, I think I would just like to see maybe just a little bit more of our own creative direction, maybe just a little bit more, and maybe just a little bit more cohesiveness on other people's parts. I would say ours is fine, but can't speak for other groups or past groups or anything like that. But I would say that's going to be the biggest part of it that we will need.
I can definitely agree with that as well. Yes. And just like Justin said, no, that was Drew. You need the other group to produce their content so that we could promote it. And that ties back into if they're not on track with their scheduling, then that pushes our scheduling back.
Exactly.
Someone like me and Gabriel who do the interviews, you know, if you didn't do any work, how can I interview no work? You know?
Exactly.
I definitely
I
agree.
definitely agree.
So thank you for your time today, guys. I appreciate
Yeah, thank you, guys.
the Digital Media Group. Been putting out great work. I can't wait to see the e-newsletters and the social medias, Drew and Nico, you as well. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys a little bit later.
Thank you so much. Have a good day,
Always
guys.
You
have a
guys
great
take care.
one.
Have a good one.